What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Gonna go over some new details that were added to this update. We're gonna talk about time savers. These are a whole new ball of wax. Gonna talk about where to get them, where to use them, and more importantly, where you can't use them. First of all, go into that creator boost. You cannot use these to get more time on your creator boost. It's 7 days. I know that's annoying. Still fighting for them to update that. 7 days to 14 to a month to the rest of your life. Regardless, let's jump on in. So we're going to send our submarine off on a dive. Click the submarine, click that button right next to there. Super duper handy. If you don't like that dive spot, click the button to get a new one. Now, max level players, this update is going to make you a little bit grumpy submarine wise. Submarines have been great for getting diamonds and for getting powder. Powder in the form of shards and crystals. We're now going to be getting time savers from those. And as a max player, there's not a ton of places to use those things. So I don't feel like the max level community is going to be super keen on time savers, but we shall find out. Now, first things first, you cannot use those time savers to speed up your submarine. That's step one. You've never been able to use diamonds to speed up your submarine, so that's probably not a huge surprise to many of you. Now, one thing you can speed up, though, is if you do not have instant training, you can use that to speed up your troops loading. Difficult for me to show you guys when I've got instant training, though, so we're going to load ourselves a boat of heavies, and then you click that button, and you see I have that skip 15-minute button right there. Of course, I don't have any of these things, though, so we can't spend them. You have to have them to spend them. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Now, the next place you can, of course, use them is if you've got a building upgrading. You can then use that instant button to use diamonds, or you can use that skip button to speed up 15 minutes. Now, quick note, if you've got 8 minutes left on your upgrade, it's going to use the whole ticket. You can't use a part of a ticket. You can't use, if you have 1 second left on your upgrade and you use that skip button, it's going to jump the entire thing. So be careful when you click that button. I know that's going to be, someone's going to complain about it, but so I thought I would raise that. Don't click it by accident. Now some places to get it. Of course, you're going to be able to get it in that rank reward, in your operation reward, in your warships reward. There's also a couple other places you can get it. Obviously, as we talked about a second ago, you can find them in the submarine. Let's see, there we go. So as you can see there, that's going to save us half an hour on an upgrade. Is that a big deal? No, but it's going to get us to max faster, which is going to be a big deal. Next up, if you are not maxed yet, or if you are maxed and haven't opened your clouds yet, for every single cloud you open, you get 1 time saver. So easy way to give yourselves a little bit of an upgrade. Super handy. And I gotta say, that's a smart way for Supercell to do it. Every single cloud you open, you get 1 speed up token. So essentially, you're spending your gold to get those tokens. You can then upgrade a little bit faster, get to max a little bit faster. As you can see here, we're just flying through these things. This is from the dev bill. I don't have an account that's like this. I'm not wasting my victory point potential or something like that. And you see, we are at 34 just from opening clouds. And if you're wondering what the maximum is, you can have up to 999 of them. That is 2,500 hours worth of speed ups. No one's probably going to get that many, but you never can be too sure, I suppose. And why I say you can't be too sure, I have this feeling they're going to be sort of like trader tokens. You see that Operation Reward had some in there. Daily Rewards got some in there. And if we get those warships rewards, you're not going to get them in that diamond finish rewards. But one thing you need to be aware of is that you cannot use these time savers to load troops in warships. That is a massive missed opportunity, I think. my feeling is for max level players, that is where these things need to go. Supercell, please add the ability to load those troops. I can't show you because the season's over, obviously. Hopefully you guys crushed it, got into Legendary, got into Diamond, hit your new high score on the warships. But for max level players, who, if you're already at level 76, if you've got nothing to load, if you've got instant training, then these time savers are not going to save you anything at all because you can't use them on the submarine like we talked about. You're not loading troops because you've got instant training. So you're not upgrading things because you're maxed. So where would you use them? I don't know. And obviously, if you have instant training, you don't care about warships, troop timers anyways, but you guys get what I'm saying. So time savers, there are all sorts of great stuff for low levels, and even if you're a curmudgeony old man who's yelling, "Get off my lawn" to the new players, just remember, the faster those players get to maxed, the better warships matchmaking is going to be. Also, the more pressure it's going to put on the devs when every single player who plays Boom Beach is maxed, then they're going to have to bring us something new now, aren't they? Because that's the fastest way that Supercell is going to lose all of its player base, is if everyone uses all of these time savers, everyone gets to max, and then there's all sorts of grumbling and complaining because as all of you maxed players know, it is not as fun being maxed as being able to have something that you can upgrade. Now, my solution for this, my proposed solution for this, I should say, is I personally think there should be... Oh man, our Scorchers are dying fast. Those new tribal boosts, by the way, do make sure you go check out those new tribal boosts. They are not nearly as good as last time we had our Scorchers would never die. All of a sudden, you have to reinvent your attacks. It's kind of funny that way, where you get used to Scorchers just lasting forever, then all of a sudden they start exploding and you're kind of scratching your head. But overall, I think this update has been great. Quick note. If you have a look at Everspark's Universal Remote, if you have been using that on operation attacks, on PvP attacks, it does not work. That is a bug. It is known. I haven't actually seen what happens, so let's go give that a go. We're going to click the button. We're going to flare onto that flamethrower right there, and we'll just see what happens. Apparently, troop buildings don't attack it or something. Let's find out. Yep, nothing's attacking that flamethrower. So if you've used it on operation attacks to remove key defenses like rocket launchers and things, sure, it's great because it stays alive forever, but it's not providing any sort of shield for us, and it's not getting attacked. So be very aware before you go do your operation attack. That is a known bug. Supercell has said they don't know when they're going to be able to fix it. I don't know if that's related to how they changed how rocket choppas do their targeting or how Brick does her targeting. One other quick note while we're on the update, trying to stay on topic but wanting to get all that details out to you guys. If you look at that medkit, a bunch of you have complained that medkit right now versus medkit right now, not super different. Personally, I would like to see the medkit container change to be green and the cross change to be white. Quick Photoshop job, literally took me like 4 seconds to put this together. I think that would be more easily recognizable than the gray, like the green changing to gray. Open to your suggestions though. I know some of you don't get it, but the way that I described it on Reddit is just as if Supercell had been using Nike and Crocs on Zookas all along, and Nike and Crocs said, no, except for apparently, supposedly, I have no idea if this is true or not, it's a war crime to use the Red Cross when you're not actually allowed to, or something like that. Geneva Convention, Red Cross, all of those kind of details, they just don't have permission. And personally, I would rather Supercell use their time to fix the game and make it better and just make the cross green than if they actually got their lawyers involved and spent time and effort on keeping that cross red. And I want them to do the right thing. I mean, yes, they're doing the right thing, getting things back to where they should be. Just because they've been using it wrong all these years doesn't make it a right thing. I don't know. I'm amazed at how upset some people are that med kit changed from green to red. Like, people some of the comments, people were just absolutely blown away that Supercell would do the right thing. It was very, very, very strange. Speaking of doing the right thing, like I said, our Scorchers are just getting absolutely wrecked. This is not the right troop combo. And if we use the universal remote right now, it's going to do nothing for us at all. So my gut instinct right there is to use that universal remote. Obviously, my gut instinct would have been to use Kavan, but I wanted to show you guys that. So we're just going to wipe that attack off the face of the earth. Don't use that troop combo. Scorchers are great. Were great last week, but not this week. I was fully and completely distracted on that, trying to work on time savers. Also, quick note, if you're trying to max out your intel, this right here, the radar, you can't speed up your invasion time using time savers. You also can't speed up your supply chest using time savers. All questions, legitimate questions that have been posed already. But no, you can't do that. You can't get more invasions. I know a lot of people are like, well, I only can get like 17 spawns a day. I can get 24 supply chests a day if I never sleep. So how do I get all the intels? And the answer is you just do your Hammerman Strikes Back. That's going to get you your intel. Keep playing the game the way you normally do. Don't start getting your supply chest 16 times a day or something ridiculous like that, because I can say from experience, you're just going to burn out, and burning out on Boom Beach has happened to way too many players. So please, I know that supply chest, extra intel, extra shards, extra goodness is very, very tempting, but it's just not good for your health or your long-term Boom Beach career. That's where we're going to end it right here. Went over those new speed up tickets. I don't even think I called them the right thing. What did I call them? Time savers. Wanted to cover that in full detail. If you have any questions where else you can use them, you know what? Let's try ourselves. Let's build ourselves a hotpot since it is time for Hammerman. And look at that. We can, of course, skip time in the prototype lab as well. The weapon lab, I should say. So, Armory, yes. Weapon lab, yes. Loading troops, yes. Submarine, no. All the places you would expect them to be. Building, buildings, got to get rid of. You know what? Let's switch into our gameplay options and turn off those green and gray. Turn on our fast forward mode. I forgot all about that. Let me know in the comments, now that you've had a day or so to play with that fast forward mode, what you've been thinking. I would love to have it on all attacks. I want it right here, right now. That's why I've completely forgotten about it, because I just clicked destroy on NPC bases. Obviously, we can't forward through Hammerman Fleet, so probably have to wait till tomorrow to get some feedback from all you guys. My feedback for Supercell was give it to us on every single attack. If I screw it up, it's on me. Like 1000% it is on me. There's no reason for me to be clicking buttons in that top right-hand corner, but I can't even show you an attack right now because I got nothing to do because I've already destroyed all those NPC bases. So I shall talk to you soon. Thank you for coming in. For all of you who commented on my previous video about the new update, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.